Hi students, welcome back. Coming to the next topic in theory of computations is deterministic finite automata. So this is one of the important concept, the deterministic, non-deterministic. So in the previous video I explained there are different types of finite automata. The finite automata with output and without output. So the without output finite automatas are DFA, NDFA and epsilon with NDFA. And whereas with output are Millet machine and Moore machine. So now let's see the deterministic finite automata without an output. It is a finite automata with an output. Without output. Okay, remember that. The finite automata are called deterministic finite automata if the machine is read an input string one symbol at a time. So remember that this is a main difference between the finite automata and non-deterministic finite automata. Okay, so here DFA is going to read the input symbol, that is the input string, one symbol at a time. Suppose if it is reading A means it will read only one input string at a time. And B means it can read only B input string, one symbol, that is a one symbol at a time it can read. Okay, so there is no multiple paths, only the fixed path. Deterministic means fixed, only one way is there. Okay, it's a one way solution, either it has to be accepted or it has to be the rejected. Okay, so the deterministic finite automata is an automata if the machine is read an input string one symbol at a time. So the word deterministic, it's a fixed one, either it can be it has only one thing, that is it has to be accepted or it has to be rejected. There is no alternate solution in the deterministic finite automata. Deterministic refers to the uniqueness of the computation. So that's what I said now. It is an uniqueness of the computation. In DFA, there is only one path. There is only one path for specific input from the current state to the next state. Suppose if I want to go from A to B, okay, there is only one path will be there. If the input 0 is there, it has to go only, the 0 can be go to only to the B, only to the current state to the next state. That is only one path is there. Only one path. So remember that. In DFA, there is only one path for specific input. So this is a specific input. A specific input from the current state to the next state. DFA does not accept the null moves. So it does not accept the null moves. That is, DFA cannot change state without input character. So if input character is there, then only it can change to the another state. If suppose input character is not present, it doesn't move to the next state. Only it will be stay in that state only, and the string will be rejected. Okay, the automata will be rejected. Remember this. A DFA does not accept the null moves. That is, DFA cannot change state without any input character. Whenever the input character either 0 or 1 or A or B, anything. Okay, if any input character is present, then only it moves to the next state. DFA can contain multiple final states. So this is one thing. Here you have to remember that DFA can have multiple final states, that is either one or more. Here in this example I have taken only one final state. So in DFA there are multiple final states, and it is used in lexical analyzer and compiler. So where the DFA will be used? The DFA will be used in the lexical analysis in the compiler. In the compiler, the first phase is the lexical analysis phase. So in that phase, the deterministic finite automata will be used. So here you can see Q0 is the initial state, and Q1 is the final state, and the remaining are the intermediate state. And the input strings, that is inputs are A, B. So here this DFA is constructed with a set of strings A, symbols A, comma B. Okay, so you can observe here each state is moving to another state with the help of input only. There is no without epsilon moves. So here on Q0 on A goes to Q1 and Q0 on B goes to Q2 only. Okay, so only one input at a time. So this is DFA. Now let's see the formal definition of DFA. A DFA is a collection of 5 tuples. So it's the definition is same as the finite automata. Here the 5 tuples Q, that is Q is the finite set of states and sigma is the finite set of input symbols, and Q naught is the initial state, F is the final state, and delta is a transition function. So where the transition function is defined as delta is Q into sigma is tends to Q, means the state with input symbol leads to the next state. Current state, input symbol gives the next state. Okay, current state in input symbol leads to the next state. That is the definition of the transition function. Now let's see the graphical representation of DFA. So the DFA can be represented by diagrams called state diagram. So whatever you have seen, this is a state diagram. It's a digraph, means a directed graph. A direction should be there from which states to which state, what state it is going on what input. So the state is represented by a vertices. So here each state is represented by a vertices. Let's go Q0, Q1, Q3, or A, B, C, D, anything. A state is represented by a vertices. The arc labeled with an input character shown the transition. So here the arc which is labeled with an input character. This is an arc. Okay. Labeled with an input character which is showing, you call it as a transition. It's a transition. The arc labeled with an input character shows the transition. The initial state is marked with an arrow and the final state is denoted by the double circle. Initial state is marked with an arrow and the final state will be with a double circle. So this is a graphical representation of the diagrams. Okay. So before going to the examples of this DFA, let me tell you what is an acceptance of a language. When you say the language, whatever the language that we are taking, that is accepted or rejected. I want to construct DFA. I don't know whether whatever the string that I have taken, is it accepted or rejected, that I have to know. So if you want to know that, first see what is this acceptance of a language. A language acceptance is defined by, if a string W, whatever the string that we are taken, if a string W is accepted by a machine M, that is, it is reaching the final state F by taking the string W. So whenever I have taken one string with something A, B, A, C like this, so whenever if it reaches the final state, then the string is accepted. Otherwise the string is rejected. Not accepted means if not reaching the final state. You have to remember that whenever the state reaches the final state, whenever the string reaches the final state, then you can say it is accepted. Otherwise not accepted means not reaching the final state. So let me take the example. Suppose if the language with 5 means there is no string is there, only one state is there, Q0, there is no next state. And if the language with an epsilon empty state, it is a initial state and it is the final state, because there is no moves here, there is no moves, epsilon, there is no moves means no transition, means it is the initial state as well as it is the final state. Suppose DFA to accept A. I want to construct a deterministic finite automata which accept A. Which accept A means, whenever first you need to check what is the length of the string that I have taken. Here the states, how many states I need to be taken. You will get a doubt how I am going to construct the DFA diagram. Okay. First thing, whatever the input they are given, the minimum string you have to take in. It has to accept A. Means this is the condition. Here the minimum length of the minimum string length is 1. Okay. So the number of states will be depends on the minimum length of minimum string plus 1. Represents the number of states. So here the minimum string length is 1. 1 plus 1, 2. That means 2 states are required. Q0, Q1. So the Q0 on A goes to Q1, which is the final state. So here this is a DFA which accepts the string A. The states depends on the length of the string. Suppose if DFA to accept 0 or more A, either it has to accept 0 or it has to accept more number of A's. More number 0 means epsilon. Epsilon moves means the string itself, you call it as an epsilon. A move that is taking place itself is epsilon. More A, so on like this. So the DFA for this is This is the initial state with the accept 0, and this is the final state which is having a loop. So it gives epsilon moves A, like this. So this is about the acceptance of language. Now I hope you understand what exactly the DFA. So in the next videos I'll explain some more examples on how you are going to construct the DFA, the transition diagram, transition tables by using the DFA. Thank you.